What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video I'm going to be doing an Alien Force retrospective. So when I recently watched Alien Force again after watching the classic series, I couldn't help but feel like it was a major downgrade. But before I get attacked, I want to say there's a lot of great things about Alien Force, and I kind of want to talk about the things I like before I talk about the things I don't like. The recalibrated Omnitrix is super cool. It has a sleek design and the aliens are awesome. We got Alien X from this show and that's huge. I think the intro is super dope. I don't think it's talked about enough. I love the first episode or two and it does a great job at bringing us back into this world. I was pretty skeptical about Kevin 11 coming back, especially since he's a good guy now, but as the show goes on, him, Gwen, and Ben make a really great team. The show brings back a lot of characters that are familiar to us, which is awesome. We see Ghost Freak, Crab, Vilgax, and more. I also wanted to talk quickly about the episodes that I really loved in this show. I love the episode where Ben gets stuck with a hybrid on some foreign planet. The relationship that they have going into it is different than when they go out, and that hybrid is a recurring character. I love the Ghost Freak episode. He was one of my favorite aliens and antagonists in the classic series, so it was nice to see him again. I was never a fan of the JT and Cash episodes, but the season 1 episode titled The Gauntlet was awesome. I also love Trade-Off, Primus, Time Heals, and a bunch more. I had a lot of issues with this show. Some of these issues stem from retcons, episode plots, and overall season storylines. One nitpicky thing that I dislike is the art style. I don't dislike it on its own. If I watched a new show that wasn't Ben 10 and it had this style, I would like it. The only reason I dislike it is because it's different from the original series. We're supposed to see that this is the same world, same characters, and even same locations, so it should look and feel the same. So like I said, the show is filled with retcons, which aren't necessarily a bad thing. However, the retcons themselves make me feel like there's a little less continuity in the show. One being that in the classic series, Gwen gets her powers from Charmcaster's spellbook. In Alien Force, however, they kind of retcon this and she's just a full-on alien. The plumbers are kind of retconned in this series as well. I like the classic series because it paints a picture of a cool secret government organization. But in Alien Force, they're kind of like an intergalactic police force, which isn't as cool to me. The lack of continuity to me is a big deal. Again, if this is the same world, it should feel like the same world, but it doesn't. Another issue I have with Alien Force is that the episodes at times are kind of dumb. For example, look at the episode titled Unearthed. The premise just doesn't work for me. Our crew stumbles across a ship and they find a giant baby alien that they need to guide to its parents. It plays with toys and it cries and it's just really silly for a Ben 10 episode. If you took this episode out, you wouldn't lose anything. If anything, you would gain from it because you would actually get to the important storylines in the show. I get the classic series had episodes that didn't really matter in the long term too, but it felt a lot more prevalent to me in Alien Force. Also, the episode that's titled Simple had so much potential to be a great episode based on the plot, but it was executed pretty poorly. Ben is called upon by a child to help her planet as it's at war. But when he gets there, the army looks like Oompa Loompas mixed with Mr. Peanut, and their arguments are hard to take serious. This whole episode just felt really silly too, and it's hard to believe this happened in the classic series world. The only notable thing that happened in Simple was that Ben unlocked a Lodestar. This was one of the few episodes that took me a couple times just to sit down and watch it. My last major issue with Alien Force is that the seasons don't really have cohesive storylines compared to the classic series. So to explain this, I'll need to compare season 1 of Alien Force to season 1 of the classic series. When the classic series starts, the main storyline is Vilgax finding Ben for the first time. Throughout the season, we even get a few episodes focused on this. By the end of the season, we feel like we've wrapped up this storyline pretty well. Ben meets and battles Vilgax, and it feels like we actually get somewhere. Alien Force's season 1, while it's my favorite season, doesn't have a really cohesive storyline. The general story is about Ben returning and the D aliens are the main antagonists. However, it feels like we have a bunch of irrelevant episodes, and come the end of the season, we haven't really gotten that far in that D alien storyline. While the D alien storyline wrap-up episodes are some of the best, the classic series, in my opinion, had a more satisfying and cohesive season conclusion in around half the amount of screen time. Again, I want to reiterate, there's a lot of great things about Alien Force. The show is good, just in my opinion, after we come right from the classic series, Alien Force does feel like a little bit of a downgrade. I'll probably make a retrospective video on Ultimate Alien and some other shows, so comment down below what you guys want to see. Thanks for watching.